So now it seems now older and none the wiser.
Well, definitely matured since the first one, but children at heart. So what can we say?
Mike.
So Aditya Shroff has now left the boardroom completely in search of his roots. That's like music.
Yeah, actually, he's left the boardroom completely, running away from something. What that is exactly, there's a certain ghost of recent past that's haunting him, and it also has to do with the character that Arjun and KD play. So that's kind of made us go our separate ways, and then how the new talent, which is played by Shraddha and by Shashank, when they come into the scene, re-infuse a certain love for music, and also bring back certain memories which all of us were trying to forget.
And also seeing the promos, it seems edgier and more grungier. Is that so?
To a certain extent, it is, because we needed to move away from the first one. We needed to create something that could be as engaging, as layered as the first, and this is really something that all of us felt worked. So there definitely is, there's a lot more emotional resonance in the film, because there's also many more stories now of characters. So all of that does add up very nicely towards going in towards the end of the film.
And Arjun, you were like the most intense character. Has Joe finally battled his inner demons?
I guess Joe's changed a lot, because 8 years have gone by, and with every character in this film, when 8 years go by, I mean, there is going to be certain changes. If it's a lifestyle change, if there's an emotional change, or if there's, so the experiences have been a lot newer, different. So Joe, you'll find him in a very, very different light, not the old Joe. Who was getting beaten up by his wife. He's much more confident. He's much more confident, much more, I think, he thinks he's in control. But finally, what's the core of Joe is the core of Joe, and that is music. And so yes, he's intense. I think the film is intense. It's not a film which is, I think it's a more mature film. The experiences are more intense. They're not the situations that each character is facing and going through. The stakes are much higher. You know, they're more matured and what do you call it? I think deeper rooted problems, you know, and more intense problems that each one is going through, which are more current with today's time. At that time, they were kids. They were much younger. So the fight that Adi and Joe had in the first one was a very silly fight, actually. But then, you know, it just pulls and it drags on for so long. So, but in this one, I think the issues that each one is facing are far more intense.
And is KD still the peacemaker between the two, the bromance?
Well, I think
some things never change.
Well, no, actually, I think he's a little bit. He's asking questions, and he's creating some ripples in the water. But so yeah, I think he's asking questions, and he's creating some ripples in the water, and he comes with some of the feel from the first film. The lovable guy, wears his heart on his sleeve, sort of personality. But there's certainly a maturity in all the characters.
And we have a new band member with the magic. That's Shraddha, who's playing Jia. So was it unnerving for you when you came on board?
First of all, I want to say that this is a really cool way to do an interview. And that was really nice, guys. That was really, really nice. Thank you for that. But yeah, new entrant into magic, myself and Shashank. And I think we are the lucky ones. I think a lot of people would want to be in our place to be a part of magic, for sure. But we made it, so we feel happy about that. Yeah, it's so Jia is she's a singer. She writes her own songs. She plays the keyboard, and there is like with all the other characters, actually, everyone has something, a reason of conflict in their lives. So she has one as well. So it's a dream come true for me, because like when the first Rock On came out, I went completely crazy over it. And I keep saying this in all my interviews, but I told my parents that I need to, if they make a sequel, I'm going to be in it.
Awesome.
So it's crazy that it's actually happened and I'm in it. I can't believe it sometimes.
Actually, because of her, Rock on Tours happened. She's manifested it.
Oh yeah, I know she said.
I
the
thought of
energy's
it
out.
with
I know.
Yeah.
The law of attraction. and-
Yeah, I believe in that. I believe in the law of attraction.
And we have Ria here who
Yeah,
has
these
a
mysterious screenplays used to keep arriving. Used to wonder who's writing them.
now you know.
And she used to go every.
And like a side note, we can only imagine Shraddha playing this character. Who is this person?
I have heard in an interview that you were quite anti-social and introverted for this role as Jia. So how was the transition period, and did it help you getting absorbed in the role that you're playing in Rock On 2?
I had a fairly protective upbringing. I didn't go on many school trips, and I live with my parents as well. So he said that, just try to be by yourself as much as you can, because that's one thing that the character does. She's on her own. She'll just pack her bags and go off wherever she feels like. That was interesting. So there was a system that we had in my house that I kept in my home, which was whenever I wouldn't want anyone to come to my room, I'd put a DND sign outside my door, which means nobody could knock, nobody could ask me, what do you want to eat, what do you want to do, are you awake, are you sleeping? So I did that, and it took a little time for my parents to get used to it, but then they did. So yeah, it was quite something. Yeah.
And did you guys lock yourself in a room while composing the tracks or something of that sort?
No, not really. We didn't lock ourselves in a room, but we spent about a week in a studio. Shankar Ehsaan Loy, Shujat, my dad, myself, and just jammed. So we'd meet every morning and be there till evening, and just jam on different tunes, and whatever felt right and organic for the kind of song that we were looking for, we just instinctively went with that.
And also going to Shillong, because they actually say it's the kind of the rock capital.
It is.
It
is. Yeah.
So it was like intentional to set this movie in Shillong, Shujat?
Yeah, it was intentional, and the intent behind it was, very clear. We wanted to, bring Northeast into mainstream Hindi cinema, which has never happened before. So what happened actually was we were very typically going to set the film because as Farhan's characters moved out of Bombay, we were looking at some place in the hills, Himachal kind of place, which is shooting friendly, and we are all comfortable shooting there. And if you remember, 2 years back there was a spate of attacks on students from Manipur, in fact in Delhi. And Farhan called me one day, and he was watching the news, and he had the idea that why don't we set the film in the Northeast. And I jumped on that. I thought that was a brilliant thought. But the journey has been incredible. The people there were fantastic. They
And also
really
the gesture
welcomed
from
us.
that you've included the local.
Yes, we
festival
have.
and that,
Also,
yeah.
script-wise, we have adapted to include them in the narrative. So it does speak about the people of, Meghalaya, the common man, their problems, and music-wise, of course, we've got Somersault, who's featuring in the film. We've got their Kasi song. So yeah, I think it's got a nice broad spectrum in terms of the scale and canvas of music as well.